All right, welcome to the Journey Podcast number
10.
This is number 10, Russell. Number 10. We have
That's
made
pretty
it to the
good.
big 1-0.
At least we're in the double digits now.
Yeah. We're starting to get the hang of things.
That's the milestone.
10 podcast,
10 anything.
10, and then we quit.
No.
No other no more podcast ever again.
No,
done.
10 you can just claim you've done it. Now
Okay.
you got to just get better.
All right.
Like you caught a 10-pounder.
I have caught a couple 10-pounders. I
You
love.
feel accomplished with the 10-pounder as
Yeah.
like a bass fisherman?
Yeah.
But wouldn't you love to do better?
I know that there's a lot of people that haven't caught a 10-pounder, and it's weird that I've actually caught 4 or 5 of them.
I've only caught one, but it's still, it feels like all right, I did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because that was the goal.
Yeah,
10,
it was the goal.
10. I caught an 8. I caught a 9. And
The goal really for me was a 13-pound bass. I really wanted to catch a ShareLunker,
I would like to.
but that is a very, like, hard it's a
yeah.
hard task.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen very often. It's kind of like finding a K5 two-wheel drive Blazer.
Who did that?
That was us.
That was a setup.
That was us. I mean, so that was a rare thing to find. It's something that doesn't happen every day. And just like a 10-pounder does not happen once every day. I mean, sometimes it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing for a lot of people.
And there's people who'd never caught one
Oh, yeah.
and try more than I have.
It surprises me. I'll see someone on Facebook and be like, I caught my first 10-pounder. And I'm like, dang, that person, like, could be a YouTuber or somebody that fishes a lot. Even professional bass fishermen haven't caught 10-pounders yet. And it'll surprise the crap out of me.
Yeah. Like I said, I feel grateful to have had one when I caught one. You know
And
what
to
I'm saying?
live where we live in Texas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is a plus because there are some places where a 10-pounder would be like catching a 20-pounder.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah. Up north, it's just not as common.
No, they catch 5-pounders and are crying.
Yeah. You're talking about Texas, Florida, California, some of the best fishing down south.
Yeah, for sure. For
For
sure.
bass fishing, for sure.
I mean, if we could have Mexico, I feel like it would trump everything because there's a lot of lakes in Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
And the other thing is a lot of our lakes in America are man-made. So if Mexico got more and more developed and the countryside was a little more developed, people would build more man-made
yeah.
lakes and their climate is more conducive to,
It's year round.
yes,
It's year round good weather, pretty much.
right. Like Florida. Just know, it seems like Florida doesn't have any deep water.
So, what did you just find out about Major League Fishing? That they're going to go to a 5-fish limit?
They're still going to catch weigh release, but they're going to no longer every fish counts except for in the cups. The TV show I think is still going to be every
Oh.
fish counts. And the team trail is going to be every fish counts.
This is the fishing podcast here at the Journey HQ.
Mucho apologies if you're not into bass fishing, but if you are,
Yeah.
there was Major League Fishing was like the tsunami that upset the game.
Yeah, they just came in with a whole new format. A lot of anglers left the Bassmaster Tournament Trail. It was wild.
Yeah.
It was wild.
For them to be going to a 5-fish stringer, basically, they're still going to release them. They're not going to be bringing them back and weighing them in. They're going to weigh them in the boat and it's kind of like how you would go fishing, really.
Oh, yeah. I weigh them and then
Throw them back.
I've got it, on the scale. It tells me the biggest one I've caught that day. So it's pretty cool.
And you just take the best 5 you can get, which is what the Elite Series does, except they load them in their live wells and bring them back and
Jostling around
hold them up in the air
for 8 hours in the day. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this kind of, I feel like Major League Fishing in the beginning, everybody was worried about just, they're going to catch 1-pounders all day long. And that's kind of what happened.
it is.
It really is. But now it brings it back around to where,
You could win the whole tournament drop shotting.
right. But not
sitting on a
anymore.
big
Now you got to catch 5 big ones. So the action is probably not going to be as heavy, like on live and watching the event. But they're going to be targeting large fish. They're going to be fishing for bigger fish.
Yeah.
And you're going to get to see guys target those fish more, just like in the Elite Series.
Yeah, it'd be cool. It'll be a change up. I haven't watched it in a while, but
I like it. I haven't watched it since we started this.
I know this takes a lot of so
Mental capacity, time.
golly, it does. So if anybody out there is thinking about starting a podcast, a YouTube channel, any kind of social media, man, it is it's a lot. You know, it's constantly thinking about how to evolve, how to do better the next video. I mean, we're always thinking about how to do something. And then you're also putting yourself out there.
You are putting yourself out there. The hardest thing is you don't just get to focus on one platform either. Because while you have YouTube, you also have TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. And if you're not working on all of those platforms equally, you are missing out.
So if you look at it, so I've known social media. So this is just, we're going way off on a different topic. But something that I want to talk about is social media can help out your business like tremendously, like crazy. Like a lot of people don't utilize social media to its full advantage. And I want to say this, that I didn't have social media until I started selling cars. So I'd never had Facebook, MySpace.
When did you start selling cars?
Oh man, when was that? So I opened the vape shops in September of 2013. And so it'd been like 13, 12, 2011.
Okay.
Somewhere around there, I believe 2011 is when I started at All Star Ford, and I immediately got a Facebook page and started sending everybody friend request. Because I was like, hey, there's people on Facebook and I can sell them a car. And so that's what I did, man. I started friending, requesting everybody I knew, posting about that I was selling cars, taking pictures of cars, talking about the cars, doing stuff like that. And it really helped me out, I believe. I know it helped me out 100%. That I had that extra advantage of being in front of everybody all the time on social media. Like as long as I would post consistently, I would get leads. And so it was great. And I transitioned that. So I did that for 2 years. And then we started to open up Voltage Vapor Shop. And as soon as I realized I was going to open up Voltage Vapor Shop, I was posting about it. I was posting online on Facebook, only Facebook. That was the only place I would post.
That was, and when did Instagram start?
I don't know. Wes is looking that up right now, so he'll be able to tell us here in a minute.
Because I didn't get on Facebook until like 2008. And even then, social media in the beginning is not the same thing as social media is now.
No.
In the beginning, it was, at least to me, it was like, we're going to eat at El Toro. El Toro was great. Or, we saw Thor. It was awesome. And now it is.
Got a little bit of that.
A town square where everybody's yelling at the same time.
Everybody, now you've got people, when did
Instagram started in October of 2010.
2010, so it was pretty new in 2011.
I bet I didn't have Instagram then.
Yeah. I don't remember when I got Instagram.
Because when did Facebook buy it? That seems like about the time when everybody started getting on Instagram.
Yeah. Well, here, what I was saying is when I opened up Voltage Vapor Shop, I was posting that we were opening up. I would post videos and mainly pictures, talking about the build process, or we were hanging a sign, or we were doing this, getting ready to open, just constantly doing that. And the first day we opened up, we had a line out the door. It was crazy. It was wild, man. And I don't know if that was just because it was a new business that we didn't have here in Anderson County. I don't think there was another vape shop at that time. So we opened up and posted on Facebook a lot. So people knew about it. So they knew when to come. They knew everything about it. So just information for them. And we had a really good day. We thought my brother-in-law was going to be the only person that worked there. Like that was what it was. My brother-in-law, I got him to quit his job as a manager at Whataburger. And I was like, let's open up one of these vape shops in Palestine. And that's what we did. And we were like, it's just going to be you, You'll be able to take care of everything. I'll order all the product. I'll still work at the dealership. That lasted like 2 months. Until
I thought it was shorter than that.
It might have been shorter than that. I can't remember. I don't know. It was like 2 months. Like 2 months. And I remember we hired somebody immediately because I took 2 weeks off to open up the vape shops. And I took 2 weeks off or a week off of vacation. I was like, we're going to have to hire somebody. So we immediately hired somebody. Was that Maddie? I think it was Maddie, Jimmy's daughter-in-law.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, it was either Maddie, and then I hired Alex really quick. And Alex has been working for me since the beginning almost.
Right.
He still works for me. Alex Hernandez, he manages a Palestine store. Couldn't do it without him. He's great. So I had somebody complimenting him last night, like talking about how knowledgeable my employee was. And I was like, who was it? So I didn't know. I knew it was Alex.
Yeah, he better be knowledgeable being there that long.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But just social media can change the way your outcome of your business. A lot of businesses, man, there's a lot of businesses shutting down right now. I've seen 2 in a very close vicinity to each other that are shutting down. But what have they been doing to post? Do they have a TikTok? Do they have a Facebook, an Instagram? Do they have all those platforms? And are they consistency is what matters.
So you feel like now, if you're not doing social media with your business, you're not trying everything there is to promote your business.
It's free advertising. It's pretty much free advertising. Yeah. If you're not promoting yourself on social media platforms, then you're missing a huge opportunity.
Okay. I got a question for you because this is something we've kind of ran into, but do you feel like social media has changed since you started Voltage Vapor Shop to now? To where a business like us now, our self-promotion doesn't go as far as it once did, like as a business. And once you start, they want you to pay for marketing.
Yes. So I can't really advertise the vapor shops on many platforms. Like TikTok will not let us have vape. You can have a smoke shop, but you can't have a vapor shop. Facebook has taken us down a couple times, made our page inactive or banned us for a little while because we posted something we weren't supposed to. But if you own a coffee shop, you own a resale shop, a clothing boutique, a pressure washing company, because I did that. And once we started posting on social media, dude, it was crazy. We got, there was millions and millions of views on TikTok of Total Exterior Clean. I mean, just think about that. You're in front of millions of people's eyes
for free.
All you did was post a video, and a lot of people. And I tell people this all the time. What are you doing? What are you posting on TikTok? You posting on Facebook? You doing posts? I don't like to be in front of the camera. I don't like to be in front of the camera all the time either. But it is hard. You're laughing, but it's.
Oh, I don't like to be in front of the camera. That's why I'm laughing. I looked at him because of me, not you.
Yeah, I know, but it is
funny for you to say, but I get it.
Because you think I'm good at it,
right?
And it is a learned skill.
You are a born salesman too.
A little bit.
No, not a little bit.
I don't want to sound like Gary Vee in this moment because Gary Vee just...
You got to change your voice and talk like this, guys. However he talks, Jesus God.
I was listening to Gary Vee this morning. You got to listen. If you don't listen to Gary Vee, I don't know. You got to listen to him because he says some of the greatest just common sense things.
Sure.
I mean, just telling you what to do, not telling you how to do it, but he's telling you what to do all the time, that will better your business. And a lot of it is social media. Mm-hmm. If you're not doing a TikTok, man, you're missing out because TikTok, what's crazy is we posted a TikTok, re-recorded this just on Friday
at like 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
Yep. We were at Ram Auto Sound. I pulled out this speaker box that we were installing. I talked about it for just a little bit, and Russell was back in there going, "Here, look, we need to put up the TikTok so people can see it. We'll put that up." But it was just, we were acting stupid. We got immediately
boom.
We immediately got done with the TikTok, the video, and we were both like, God, we're stupid. You said that. I said it.
Yeah, you were like, God, do we post this?
I was like,
we're being so dumb. And I didn't know what to do. I felt like Ricky
no.
Bobby.
And I was like, I'm posting it. I don't care what people think. I don't give a crap. I don't care. That's what I'm going to tell myself. And Russell was like, that's what you're going to post it and you're going to do it. Me, on the other hand, I wouldn't have posted is what you said.
Yeah.
And I posted that video. I went and looked at it like 30 minutes later and it was up to like 1,000 views.
Yeah.
And now what's crazy is
I bet it's 1 million right now.
it's about to be at 1 million. 1 million views. Talking about a product that Ram Auto Sound sells. We weren't expecting that.
993,000 on the money.
And if that doesn't go to show you that social media works.
Yeah, and if we would have had a link to sell that product,
Yep.
and we would have been able to sell that product to, even if it was only 1%
Of 1 million?
of 1 million.
Yeah.
1,000 people, right? Is that 1% of 1 million? 1,000?
Think so.
Math checks out.
I don't math good, but that sounds like
I don't either. I just
That
threw
sounds
it out
like a
there like I
correct-
knew it real quick and then had to retort, shit, I sound dumb in this moment. Now I sound dumber because I've done that. I should have just owned it all the way through. But I mean, what if you made, how much does that thing cost? $200, $250?
100, yeah, somewhere around there. Around
And
the
then you
200
make a percentage of that sale. You just made money.
That would just be a fault of TikTok's for not allowing us to put in our own links.
No, we can put in a link.
You can put in your own.
Yeah,
custom
you can
link.
put in links and stuff, I believe, in TikTok to get for sales and product stuff.
But even if TikTok said no, you can't put in a link. Every time somebody asked, we could have directed them to our website,
Yeah.
or to the link, or DM
I want to
them,
know.
or
I want to know how many people actually have contacted Rams, because there was a lot of people that were asking, "Where do you get that speaker? Where does that? How does the sub sound? How does the sub sound?" 500 and something comments, and I replied to a lot of them and telling them I got mine from Ram Auto Sound. There were some other people in the comments saying Amazon, check out Crutchfield.
I didn't know Crutchfield was still a thing.
Heck yeah, dude! I've gotten a Crutchfield magazine every now and then.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know where I get them from, but I've seen them.
Back in the day, they were like a bathroom staple.
Oh yeah, you would always go through the Crutchfield, look at your Phoenix Gold, look at your JLs.
Then you were back there at the Bosses. You're like, well, I can get 6 Boss 12s for the price of one Phoenix Gold.
I remember I put 6 Jensen subs from Walmart, and they had like this super fat surround. It was like 2-inch fat surround, and I made this crappy, leaky ass box out of plywood and put it in the back of my Blazer and hooked it up to 1 amp. And dude, that sucker would, the roof would.
I had 6 Pioneer 12s from Walmart. Well, so what happened is I bought 4 of them from Walmart and 2 of them from Crutchfield. And dude, they beat.
Oh yeah,
They beat.
yeah. You don't need the crazy expensive stuff to.
No.
You're building your box. You know, if I'd had a better box, it'd have sounded pretty good.
And I had the Walmart Pioneer amps too. I just had 3 of them.
Yeah. That little speaker that we put in Krusty sounds all right. Now, it's nothing like a system.
But for a aged gentleman like myself,
It's perfect.
it's perfect.
It's perfect. It just sounds that extra. It gives it that little extra thump under the seat. But anyways, back to the social media thing, is that if you just consistently post, you're a business, you consistently post about something you sell, your day to day, your in and out. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. And you could start off with just once a day.
Once a day.
Is better than never.
Yeah. Yeah. Posting once a day about, and you don't even have to be in the video. You don't even have to be in the TikTok, the YouTube short. You don't have to be in the Facebook reel. You don't have to, but because you need to post all these, and it's a lot of work. And so, but there's apps out there that make everything easier. So you can post to multiple platforms at one time and repurpose content and things like that. But if you had a product to sell, or you're struggling, like you want to do better than you did last year, pick up the phone and start posting on social media.
I want to be able to. So our goal is 4 a day.
Four short platform, short content, like reels, TikToks, things like that.
Shorts.
What we call them.
The problem is it's time consuming to create.
Yeah. Especially when we're trying to get work done.
Right. It would be nice if we could record, go home, you take 2, I take 2, we make them, but then we just upload them to a platform that we can set a time. Okay, release this one, this point, this one, this point, this one, this point, this one, this point. So we got 4 going out. We got 1 at 8, 1 at 10, 1 at noon, and 1 at 5 or whatever. So we got our ones going out, and we don't have to, all we got to do is film a couple things during the day for tomorrow's TikTok and for tomorrow's Reels.
That'd be nice. But like today, we went out and got those hangers, and Russell was working and getting the hangers down off of the frame, and I was behind the camera recording that. Then I went and made a TikTok about all the other stuff going on and did that. So that took time as well. It took me longer.
And it does, and one takes away from the other is the problem sometimes.
It does.
That's the hard thing, is because you want to make a TikTok, but then we're making YouTube
videos. We're making long form content as well. So we're different than just, and I'm just speaking to the people that have businesses or anybody that wants to do this.
I understand, but it just made me think about solutions for ourselves at the same time.
Yeah, no.
And it gives them like, oh, how deep do you want to go? Or what are those guys really doing? How deep are they really? Like, that's the truth of what's happening right there is our day is consumed by trying to manage all of this and do things.
We're trying to figure out how to make long form content for YouTube. We're trying to figure out how to come up with 4 short form pieces of content.
Yeah, one for each platform, basically.
Yeah.
Which is Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts.
Yep. And there's other platforms out there that we're not even on.
Right.
Like LinkedIn and things like that. But creating those short forms, I feel like on our end is a little bit harder than if we were just a business selling a product.
Right. Like if you work at the boutique and you got some new rhinestone pants in today.
That's easy.
Bro, slide them on the dummy and spin that sucker in some circles and kick it over and tell them they're on sale.
Yeah. You could do that so often. Like people, I get so aggravated because now it takes me a long time and us a long time because we are making content about our day-to-day lives, our day-to-day going on here at the Journey HQ.
Yes, and it's a lot of involved work where we couldn't show you the entire process, but we can show you a little bit of this step, a little bit of that step, a little bit of this step, and there's the end of this sucker. Now let's put it all together. Let's edit it. Let's make some music.
Look how good it looks all together.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing, and then we're taking you along for the ride for when we're going and finding vehicles, tearing them out of the woods, bringing them back to our shop, things like that. But if you were a candle shop and all you sold was candles, man, you could be sitting there recording your candle, lighting it, just different things, just real quick clips, like badass shots.
It would be cool to have some ASMR candle because that little lid coming off that.
Oh yeah.
And then smelling it and then the lighter.
Oh yeah. All the sounds. Just get the mic right there.
And then have a pretty table to set it on and relax in your chair.
If y'all need anybody to help you with your candle TikToks, Russell is the man. Dude, that sounded so good. I want to watch it.
Yeah. You can see it with the right lighting so the candle looks really good.
Perfect.
You don't even got to show your face. You could just show your nose or let your kids smell the sucker. Just film it good.
Yeah, because people always tell me, I don't want to be in the TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't want to be on camera. We don't have to be.
Well, let your kitty cat smell it.
You get your widget and you record your widget, whatever it is.
Oh,
that you're trying, your thing that you're trying to sell, your thing that you're promoting, or the product that you have, and you record it, and then you can do the little text to speech.
Yeah,
and then
they have that in so many different voices now,
and you're not even talking, and it's somebody else. It's a recording. just text to speech, and it sounds good. And they've got different voices and everything.
If you sell coffee or drinks, you have competition. You want them to come to you.
Yeah. Be posting about it every
good
day,
thing.
constantly.
Yeah.
Cities. I see where, like, is that my phone? It's probably my phone.
Probably. It's
It'll be
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, your phone.
It'll be okay. But like Chamber of Commerce, the tourism board,
Yeah.
the tour, like, what are they trying to do? They're a business, right? They're a business that the Chamber of Commerce is a business that helps businesses. Well, do they have TikTok? Do they have Instagram? Do they have Facebook? I know they got Facebook, but are they posting consistently about what's going on? Is that information getting out to the public?
No.
I'm going to
Because
say no.
there's been some recent times when
Yeah.
we were involved in things where it was hard to
I
find
was
the
trying to
information
figure out when the Hot Pepper Festival parade started. If there would have been a post of like, hey, parade starts at 9, or you get in line at 9, parade starts at 10. Other activities are happening here, there, boom, bam, boom. Nobody said, there was not a post like that. There was some post of, flyers.
Yeah, of a flyer.
And they didn't even show the times. Like, I had to go to I'm sorry to be picking on you, Chamber, but it's just what I recently had to do to try to find out the information. I went to the Facebook, I went to the event that they created. And then I finally went to the website to find what time it actually started because it was confusing. It said 9 o'clock, but then it said everything started at 10.
And websites are a dying thing unless you are actually running more things off of them than just information. More people get their information from social media than websites.
Yeah. What is the number one? Or
TikTok.
I mean, it's becoming a good search engine. Like,
They say that more people are TikToking restaurants than Google.
yeah, because I'm scrolling through TikTok and I see something amazing to eat. Imagine if you're scrolling through TikTok or Facebook and all of a sudden you see something like this amazing restaurant and there's their food that they've got and something about the experience. And you're like, damn, I'm hungry. Have you seen the new restaurant we have in town? Mm-hmm. You seen what they're doing? Let's go try that out. What's happening? You're getting business to your restaurant that you wouldn't have gotten because you weren't posting.
Mm-hmm. And even the people who don't want to do it are watching it in the evening.
Yeah. So
They're looking at it.
So oh man. Okay. Here's another thing. Like hold on. And I'm gonna rag on myself too, because you know what sorry about that. You know what a lot of people say they don't have enough of?
Time?
Time.
Yeah.
They don't have enough time to do the thing. You think that's really true?
Not at all. It's utilization
I
of your
use
time.
that. I've used that.
I use that excuse all the time.
I use it too. I say I don't have enough time. But what I do have enough time to do is to freaking jack around and look at Facebook for an hour, look at YouTube for an hour. Normally I'm studying on YouTube. I'm watching how-to videos and entertainment on YouTube, just like I'm watching TV. I watch hours of TV, but we don't have enough time to do.
The same can be said for this right here, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
That big fat belly.
Yeah, I need to work out, but I don't have enough time.
Yeah, I don't either.
Anyways,
It's all an excuse,
everything's an excuse.
you know.
Oh, yeah. But
When the worst thing is when people tell you do too much already. You know, like, because compared to a lot of people I know, I do 1,000,000 times what they do.
that's true.
And so to them, it's okay.
Like you built your house,
Yeah,
done
but
all
just like
that.
constantly going, constantly doing something.
Mowing yards.
If I got free time, I'm not sitting down. I'm doing something. I'd rather pull weeds in the sidewalk than sit on
around?
the couch. I can't.
Yeah.
It makes
I-
me crazy.
Like last weekend, I actually stayed at the house on Saturday or something. It was weird, but I felt weird and Sandy was like, because you're not used to sitting down and calming down. You're always going. You're moving around, you're doing something.
Yeah, but I think that's okay.
What? Chill out for a little while?
No, not chilling
The
out.
opposite is what he's saying.
Yeah, I think it's better for you because that's sitting around chilling out. Look how much energy you have when you go every single freaking day.
Yeah.
Imagine what Chase would be like if he didn't do anything extracurricular.
I did that when I broke my neck.
And how did you feel mentally?
Depressed.
It's because all that energy ain't got nowhere to go but crazy town.
Yeah.
All you people sitting around doing nothing, that's making you crazy.
It does make you crazy because that's what happened to me when I broke my neck. I had to stay. I couldn't drive. Couldn't drive for a while. So yeah, I had to sit at home and watch TV, and I was on YouTube constantly, but I was doing some research on YouTube, figuring out different things, learning different things, trying to figure out what I was going to do next. That's when I figured out how to start the Total Exterior Clean. I just sat on YouTube and it was like, what were we doing? We were washing our house because we were going to paint it. I had someone paint it and I was like, there's got to be a better way to wash a house than getting out here with a pressure wash. And that's where I found soft washing and started researching it. And I was like, okay, I got to do that. But that was a little after I broke my neck. But yeah.
Well, one day of sitting around and I've got anxiety.
Yeah.
I get anxiety at the end of the day, just a little bit, just because I'm done working. That's kind of sad sometimes, like that I can't relax.
Oh yeah.
You know, that does suck.
And also, like going back to the social media, on posting on social media, does that give you anxiety?
Not as bad as it did when we started
When we
this.
first started this?
We're on, next month's going to be a year.
Yeah, we've been doing this straight for a year, and I've done this previous.
Yeah, you had a successful fishing YouTube channel. You've been a social media person for a while.
Yeah, I mean, ever since I started selling cars.
You were on social media,
social media.
being the salesman that you are.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know, so
I know
for
it
me,
works.
I bet other than the band, and that would have been somebody taking a picture or video of me and posting it, not me doing it.
Yeah.
There's not many pictures of me. Hey guys, welcome. You know what I'm saying? There was never a selfie of Russell unless I had some Indian feathers on my head or something, like being silly. Like there was never like vanity selfies of me.
And so what's crazy is like do you think people thought of people that posted on social media as being fake or being something that they're not? I mean, there is a lot of fake people on the internet.
So that is I'm looking for a word here I can't think of, but that's case by case basis, really. Like depends on the person, because there are definitely some people that you can tell if that's really you right now. I'm sorry for you.
What?
Okay, and then there's some people that are like, that's that son of a bitch right there.
That's him.
That's you.
Okay.
That's you. When I see Chase Calloway on the internet prior to this, I was like, I mean, that's Chase, y'all.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not a character. That's him.
Yeah. So what's funny is me and my wife, I was telling the story I was talking to my wife the other night. I was talking about the story of when we first met, me and my wife. And I was saying my version of it. And then she was like, when I first met you, I didn't know what to think because I was wearing what was I wearing? I was wearing a pearl snap shirt, had my collar flipped. I had on some like Abercrombie jeans and some, what did she say I had on? I had on some loafer sandals, like some sandals that were leather and they just covered like slides. Like back in the day with the cork. I don't know what I was dressed as, but she was like, what is this? And then she thought I was on drugs for the first 3 times she met me. She was like, maybe this guy's on drugs. She never met anybody with ADHD and an adult and someone of my age that had it. And she was like, maybe he's on drugs. But then after about the 3rd time hanging out with me, she was like, no, that's just him.
You're the very first I've met a lot of grown-ups who claim to have ADD, and I even claim to have ADD sometimes.
Gotcha.
But you're different. You know, like you are no, like, and not in a, no, I'm not trying to down you. I'm just trying to say that
I feel like it's my super. I'm like, yay.
it is. It's your superpower and your kryptonite.
It is
At the same time. It just depends on how you look at it. Like, you got to look at it in a mirror to be able to view it.
Like, what's that? Hold on. It is a superpower and it is kryptonite, because like earlier, what was happening? What was I looking for? Oh, I was looking for a rotor that wasn't even here.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to take the other side of the tire off on the truck, and I was looking around like, where did Russell put it? Where did Russell put this rotor?
Yeah.
And he was like, what are you looking for? And I'm like, the rotor. He's like, Chase, O'Reilly's is delivering that rotor. And so I was
Yeah, it's baffling sometimes.
Yeah.
Like for me, like, cause I think about how, like, I'm sporadic. Like, I like to start a project and then start another project and then look at that project and be like, let's start that one over. You know, I like to do that.
Yeah.
But nowhere near your level.
No, because what happens is if I walk from one end, this shop's kind of big.
Yeah.
If I walk from one end of it to the other end, and I'm starting a project at one end.
You're in the middle of a project
I'm
at
in the
one
middle
end.
of a project at one end, but I've got to go to the other end of the shop to grab something for that project. Well, I've already started 3 different projects by the time I get to where I'm trying to grab the part.
This office for you is a black hole.
This office?
If you have to come in here for something, you're sucked away.
Why?
You're gone.
Oh, because I'm watching
Because you're like, oh, Wes, what about this? Next thing you know, you're sitting at the computer. Well, how do we put this in here? And you're learning how to do a new task on Canva. And I'm holding something down there waiting on you to come back. And it's been 45 minutes and my arms are getting sore, buddy.
My God. You know how many times that has happened? I really want to know if that really is happening. Russell's just like, where's Chase?
There is 100% times where I'm waiting on him to come back.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to set it down. You know, I'm not holding something up that long. I'm not that gullible. I'm not doing that.
He knows I've already my ADHD is already somewhere else.
Yeah.
I've already just spaced out into some foreign land. And
But that's the kryptonite side of it.
yeah, it is.
The superpower side of it
What
is
is it? I don't even know the secret.
you focus on something and that's all you think about.
For real. Because I focused on fishing for about 4 years.
You focused on your vape store.
Yeah, opening up the vape stores. I focused on that super hard.
Uh-huh.
And now I've let that be my brother-in-law's thing.
But
Now he runs
You focused on it so hard that it was successful.
It was very successful.
Yeah.
I would say that's the most successful thing I've done.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, and that's because
Still
of your
is.
ADD.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure it was everything that I would want, and that I could figure out a different way to do something. Or because we didn't just open up vape shops. We didn't just open up Voltage Vapor Shop and be a retail location. That's how it started. That's how it started. But then we realized that we could be a manufacturer and we could make liquid. And then we started going to shows, and we were trying to promote our premium brand of liquid. But
You became a distributor for other vape stores, correct?
yeah, we had about 25, I would say about 25 different shops that would buy from us constantly to stock their stores for their liquid. And so,
Because the key to a vape store is variety, correct?
yeah, I mean, yeah, having everything that you need now it's gotten crazy.
The competition's higher too now.
I'm just talking about the sheer volume of products that you have to have in a vape shop is. I remember when we first started, I started with $10,000. I started with $10,000 and I opened up my first store. Now you're not opening with $10,000. It's not happening. It's not happening. I remember that first, we had $10,000 worth of product, and the first day we did $2,500 in sales, and I was like, "Whoa!" I was like, "Hold on, this is crazy." But that was a really good day, and I was like, "We got to order more product. We're going to be sold out." And it's been a wild roller coaster ever since.
But when you started, you were the only show in town too.
For about a week.
Really?
I think so. It was pretty quick.
Who else?
Freedom Vape. So they opened up. Actually, she was selling vapor before I was. I didn't know it, but she was selling out of I believe she was selling out of where she was working. People would come up there and she would sell like some starter kits and some stuff. And I had already had the plan. I didn't know. And I was ready to open, and they were talking about opening as well. So they opened up like right after I did. Same thing happened in Jacksonville. I was the first one to open, but another guy was already working on opening up one too.
But how long was it just y'all two?
For a long time.
And then how many are there now just in Palestine?
Palestine's got about 7.
I bet more.
I don't know. There's a bunch, and so does Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Every
gas station sells it now.
Oh, it's wild. It's wild. So what we have to do is just try to make sure that we're knowledgeable about the product. We know what we're carrying. We're carrying the best products that we can, having a good variety, always being stocked, and not being a jackass to your customers.
Yeah. And y'all are competitive on pricing too, right?
Yes. So we try to make sure that we're going to be one of the most competitive on price in town. If we're not, we need to know. We need to figure out, because I'd rather you shop with me, somebody local. I promise you, so now that I own Voltage Vapor Shop and Freedom Vape, and they were the second one to open up. So we own them both now. But what I'm saying is all the other shops in town, besides the Gooses, now the new vape shop right there on Crockett Road, they're locally owned. All the other ones are people from Dallas, Houston. They're not from anywhere around here. So you got to remember that when you're spending your dollar in
all you
business,
shop local people.
Yeah, everybody wants to talk about shop local. It's a thing to do, because all the other ones, their money is not staying in Palestine, Texas. I'm spending my money here in Palestine, Texas. I'm doing stuff to my house. I'm revitalizing this downtown building. We're continually going out to eat. Me and you, we go to eat all the time.
Yeah.
All of us. I mean, we're spending money on
I don't have
all
enough
these local
time.
restaurants. We got to go on a diet.
Well, you don't. You're skinny. You just need to start lifting weights.
I do need to lift weights.
I need to do some cardio.
But what I'm saying is just
What do you
think
say?
about where you're shopping at. Mm-hmm. It is convenient because now that there's 7 shops in Palestine, Texas, you're going to go to probably the closest one to your house.
For sure.
But remember.
And, I go to the same places because I like the employees a lot. It's got to be a convenient on my way place, but their employees also got to be. It's got to be somebody I'm cordial with on a regular basis. Like hi, like gas stations. The ones I go to,
Those are the ones you go to.
when they see me to come in the door, hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
This, all that. Because I know them and they know me. They're the proprietor and I'm the customer.
Gotcha.
And we talk to each other. If I go to Voltage, I talk to Alex.
Yeah.
The guy that you had that left, he was the nicest guy in the world.
Which one?
Here recently just left.
James.
Yes.
James, yeah. I miss James.
Like I have a friend who's.
We have a new guy, though.
Do you?
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, that guy couldn't get mad.
James couldn't get mad?
No. I know somebody that got mad at him because he wasn't getting mad. Like he's like, do you know what I'm saying?
Why were they were mad and he wasn't?
Yeah, because they weren't happy with the product and they were amped up about it. And they're like, okay,
being calm,
yeah,
cool, and collected.
yeah, okay. Yeah, he was just so calm and cool.
Yeah.
And they're like, it frustrated me that he wouldn't get frustrated. I mean, that's how cool of a cat he
You
was.
got to have good employees.
Yeah.
Running a business is hard. Running a business is freaking hard.
I don't like it.
Yeah. Well, we're doing it.
I know.
This is
It's hard.
yeah, well, this isn't your first. You're running. You've had your own businesses several times.
I know. The first one was management. I didn't know how to run a business properly.
I still don't.
And then the second one, I still operate. But The hard thing about the mowing industry for me, this is just me personally.
Yeah.
I know plenty of people who have employees who are out there using their equipment every day and cutting yards. But I got all my customers because of the work I did.
Yeah.
Like the attention to detail. Oh, yes, I'll do this for you, ma'am. I made myself different from the rest of the people who cut grass.
And so if you hired that job out and you hired employees, somebody else to run it, it's hard to find somebody that's going to take as much care as you are.
And if they do a shitty job,
they're calling you.
It reflects on me, not those employees. And those customers, you want to talk about a saturated industry. There's a lot of people out there cutting grass. Tons of people. And my second year into it, I could have quit my job my second year into it. I could have. This year would have been a terrible year to quit your job because it has not rained.
Yeah.
But even then, I could have paid my bills with the lawns. Yeah. But if I start letting somebody else go out and cut these yards and I start losing customers because they're not doing the job that I did, then I'm losing money. And then on top of that, they have to take care of my equipment.
Oh, yeah.
That equipment is very expensive.
Yep.
So if they are not taking care of my equipment, I'm losing money also.
I've been down this road before.
And that is why that business, for all its success, has been hard because I can't let go.
I think it was a Gary Vee. I was listening to Gary Vee, and it was talking about how, and it was probably something else, but I
have a job still, even though it's in the business.
Yes. A lot of people want to say they have businesses. They have a job because
if you can't walk away from it for a month and still make money,
still do as good as it did,
you have a job.
Yeah. Because I learned that I don't want to have a job, honestly. I really don't want to have a job. I want to curate jobs. I want to have jobs for other people to do that they enjoy that, and that's what they do. And I facilitate those jobs. That's the dream. And so with Total Exterior, with the Voltage Vapor Shop, I've got employees that come to work. They have retail sales associates. We have managers of every store. And we have Sloan, district manager. So everybody is doing their job. And then I realized that I can't do everything. Like I opened up one vape shop, and then not 2 or 3 months later, I opened up another one. I realized I can't work at both places. I got to have somebody that run that for me. So I hired it out, hired a manager. And then we opened up the next one. I knew I couldn't do it. But I still worked every day for a long time at the vapor shops. And then now I'm at a point to where I'm letting someone else run the shots. And I try to better learn that I can't do it, everything. Like I want to micromanage. Honestly, that was what it was. It was Gary Vee talking about micromanaging. And I was a micromanager. I wanted to make sure it was done my way or the highway. Like if it wasn't perfectly done, and I'm still bad about that. Still bad. I just got to work on it. That even though someone else does it a little differently, it's better than not getting done at all.
But at the end of the day, you're selling a product that, regardless of how good of employee you have, they're getting the same product from you.
Well, I'm talking about the running of the business.
Right.
I'm talking about the day-to-day,
I'm just comparing it to the lawn thing.
Oh, I got you.
You know what I mean? Like, I'd love to bring in employees, but I could lose everything because of that.
You could, or you could grow. You could grow and be more successful. Mm-hmm. There's two. What's holding you back? Honestly, what's holding you back?
I know what's holding me back.
You're scared.
I want to do this more.
Well, okay. Yeah,
I was hoping to be able to do this.
I tell you why I don't have 10 shops right now. I was scared to open up more.
I get it.
I was scared. I was scared to open up more shops because I didn't know the future. Didn't know what was going to happen. Why didn't I buy 3 wash trucks and have a truck here working in Palestine, a truck working in Athens, and a truck working in Tyler. You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, and I think I also took the path of being like, I tried 6 employees. I'm not trying no more. I did.
oh yeah, you not at one time, but you tried.
No,
you
yes.
ran through several employees that didn't make it,
Yeah.
and so
And
it deters you. It makes you not want
I'll
to
do it myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
So-
the reason fear holds me back a lot of the times.
Fear holds me back.
Yeah, I'm
For sure.
scared. I'm scared of not like trying something and not working, like failing at it, because I feel like it's a failure if I try something and it doesn't work. Like, but you got to realize that that's not failure.
Yeah.
That's learning what not to do the next time.
I think that I'm okay with failing. It's not the self-esteem failure thing that is my big fear. My fear is comfort, financial comfort. Like I worked so hard to get to a point, and now I'm scared to risk money.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like that's where the whole equipment thing comes in. Like, oh, I don't want to send them out there to tear up my equipment.
Yeah.
When at the end of the day, I could probably still make more money even if they were tearing up my equipment, because I could have a crew of people out there doing 20 yards a day here and 20 yards a day here.
Yeah.
And I might lose money on that equipment, but I'm making money on the service.
Yeah, because how much is that equipment? I mean, you got a lawnmower. What is it? $5,000?
$10,000.
$10,000. dollars How many? You're at $100. Just say $100 a pop,
For what?
a yard.
Oh no, I would say closer to 50 on average.
Oh, 50 on average.
Yes.
Okay, so 50 on average. How many yards? How many times you got to mow a yard? How many yards you got to have to make $10,000? Mm-hmm. Math wizard Wesley. What we got going on over there today? No, just what's that math? How's that math on the computer?
10,000 divided by 50.
It's going to be
200 yards.
200 yards.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
No.
So do you think your employees are going to mess up that lawnmower within 200 mows? They could mess it up the first day.
Yeah.
They can mess it up the first day, but majority of the time, they're not going to mess it up that many times, I wouldn't think.
Well, and out of that 200, you got to pay those employees, and you got to put gas in that equipment.
Yeah.
You know,
And then you got to get them extra
gotta
lawnmowers and extra weed eaters and extra blowers, and it adds up.
And if you have 2 guys on a crew and you don't have 2 riding mowers, one of those guys is standing around.
Or weed eating the whole time.
Well, like a yard your size, which is your average yard,
You're not weed
it's going to
eating
take that guy on the lawnmower a lot longer than it should take that guy with the weed eater and blower.
much. Gotcha.
So he's going to be standing around.
Okay. What about...
Or
And then you get into,
social media.
I've got every excuse. No, it is like, you're right. You are right. Like
where am I right at? I don't know.
that you could still make more money being brave and going out there and allowing your equipment to get torn up and
Yeah.
just taking that as a loss for your company. You are right.
Can I ask her a question real quick? Did our GoPro die? All right. So what were we talking about, Russell?
You being right about
Oh, what was I being right about?
fear, profit, mowing, but
It is a
Like-
lot more headache.
well,
More employees equals more headache. Mm-hmm. I promise you.
yeah.
So I know.
I mean,
More stores,
but
more headache.
more employees equals more profit too, right?
But I'm gonna tell you this. Yes, it does. Majority of the time that does. I mean, I would say yeah. A lot of times, if you're doing something and you can repeat that,
Yeah.
it's going to be repeatable throughout wherever you're at. Doesn't matter if you're here or Oklahoma or Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're doing the same thing here, you could repeat your same model wherever you're at. But the thing I've learned is letting other people take over, delegating those roles that I used to do.
Yeah.
Delegating and letting them take over. Like there was just an instance. We were we needed some different signs. We got a different sign for the Palestine store. We also were wanting to, my idea is like, we can put up signs on the outside of the building that say different things. And I was like, hey, let's get that done. Talked to my brother-in-law. He sent me back something, and I was like, I don't like that. Let me do it. And I was like, no, I don't got time. I was like, hey, yeah, I like that idea. Go ahead, do what you think we should do. Because I was trying to micromanage and make it just perfect in my eyes of how everything should be laid out. But I realized that by doing that, I'm holding myself back or getting that done. And so I'm holding myself back.
The problem with that is, for me, even looking at your situation, like, you are scared that you're micromanaging, but did you get it to where it was?
Without doing that?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That wasn't even an answer. Repeat that sound 52 times.
Yeah. I mean, I learned a lot.
Yeah.
We've been doing this 9 years.
Well, I think there is also a difference in establishing and operating. And the establishing part should be micromanaged by you. Mm-hmm. Then once you understand the operation, then you can train somebody to operate.
Gotcha.
I guess I'm just talking out of my ass. I ain't got one,
I think we're just all guessing. We're all guessing. Some people are doing a better job at that.
Yeah.
There's formulas to figure out this stuff, but
sure.
I don't know.
But is there a formula for everything?
Probably. I don't know.
The guy who won the lottery can't tell you how to win the lottery.
That's just luck.
Uh-huh.
It's just picking the right numbers at the right time.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I picked the right business at the right time, at the right place.
You did.
Everything that happens a lot. That just knowing, okay, here's another thing. Like, you talked about doing the Momaster for a long time. Mm-hmm. And I remember we would talk on the phones, and I'm like, have you started that yet? Have you done that yet?
No, because I let fear stop me from it.
Yeah. Imagine if you just started it 2 years prior or a year prior.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if I would have started a vapor shop. Well, I didn't know nothing about a vapor shop because I figured out, I went into a vapor shop one time, looked around, said, I'm going to start one of these in my town. And that's what I did 3 months later. And I didn't let anything stop me. I was like, that's what I'm doing. And that's what I did. But a lot of the times, like, I've had ideas of a lot of things, but I let fear hold me back. And I think about it too much and start to second guess myself.
I talk myself out of plenty.
Yeah.
Plenty.
I think a lot of people do, because I've done it before. And I regret a lot of, like, some of the stuff. I was like, golly, why didn't I just go ahead and go through with that? Why didn't I do that?
It's hard because some people have so much confidence when they shouldn't. And the people who should be more confident think they ain't shit.
There is,
there's a happy place there.
There's a lot. I am, okay. So with you saying I'm a good salesman, and I'm good in front of the camera or whatever, I have confidence. I think that's what sets my superpowers or whatever me apart. Like, I feel like I'm confident in what I'm doing. I feel confident in what I'm saying. I feel confident in my ability. A lot of people don't feel confident. They don't.
You're looking at one right now.
Yeah, and you're talented as crap.
And I don't.
And
but I second guess it all.
It blows my mind that you're not confident in what you're doing, because you know how to do it. You know how to put it together. You know how to make it. You can grab this pile of nothing and make something.
But I feel like there's two people inside of me.
Yeah.
And every time I think I know something, there's another person in there going, what about this? You didn't think about that. You sure, bro? All the time. And the other one's like, yeah, dude, you can do it. You can do it, man.
You got the people on your shoulders?
109 billion% there's two people on my shoulder.
Yeah.
And they talk all day long. It's like an argument in my head all day long.
Oh, man. I'd like to be there. Just plug in.
Oh, nobody would
plug
want to
in
be
and
in my
listen to
head.
what you're saying to yourself.
Nobody would want to be in my head. Unless it's the funny times. There's some times when I'm just full of stupid thoughts and it's funny. But sometimes it is, and the worst part about it is you don't catch it. Like it's happening. You're thinking about something crazy. It's happening. And then you catch it and you're like, whoa, stop, bro. Stop thinking about that. There ain't no need.
Yeah.
Because you'll go down a rabbit hole of something simple too. Mm-hmm. How do I fix this? Well, you just take this off, you take this off, take this off. But then I'll go, oh, what if this breaks?
Yep.
Do you have that right tool? You've only done it once. You sure? You should watch a YouTube video. Oh, now look at that video. You were wanting to look at one of those cars already.
You know what's crazy? Is if you're looking up how to do something, you'll get like 5 different answers.
Yeah.
On
that's what it's like being in my head.
So you're going
I got
searching?
YouTube up here.
You're going up there and then everybody's telling you a different way to do something?
Yeah, just half the guys are talking shit the whole time.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And I have a hard time telling somebody how much I think something should cost. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm scared to
You're talking about
insult
when you're
them by a
going-
number.
you're talking
When I'm
about when
selling
selling
something or telling a client what my bid is on their yard, or
Why?
I don't know.
Now, okay.
Because I think about my perspective on it and I'm like, whoa, that's too much, bro.
Okay. Yeah. So,
I know that feeling.
yeah. So somebody else brought this to light. I was having a conversation with them and they were talking about their business and they were talking about they price their widget, their thing, at a certain price that they feel comfortable that they would pay.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, okay. I was like, and still people were worried about the price. Like it was, okay, here what it was. It was a shirt. To make a shirt, they were saying that they priced it at this price to make a shirt, a custom shirt. But you can't go to Walmart and buy a shirt for that price. And it says just the plain stuff.
Uh-huh.
You know, I'm like, okay, yeah, you got to think about the time, the effort, and everything that goes into what you're doing in creating that shirt. Yeah, it's going to be $20-$25 for a one-off shirt. Yeah, I mean, and if someone is saying that they don't want to pay your price to mow your yard, oh, it's $50 a month, $50 a cut. I got to come twice a week or twice a month.
Yeah.
$50, so $100 a month. I'll do your yard twice a month. And they're like, whoa, that's too crazy. Well, that's not your client.
I know.
That's not the client you
it's
want,
the
because they're
fear
gonna
of
be-
not having clients. You know what I'm saying?
Because you
It
know-
still comes back to that word.
You know what the best clients I've ever had are the ones that I give them the price and I tell them the price and they're like, okay, thank you. When can you start?
I'm that client.
That is the greatest client because the ones that want to nickel and dime you for, they're like, oh, well, golly, that price is crazy. Where did your problem? And then you got to explain your price and come up with and telling them like, oh, okay. Instead of trying to figure out where you can come off your number, ask that customer what they're ready to take off of that. So like,
Yeah, I get it. I
Yeah.
get what you're saying.
yeah, you just tell them like, cause you're like when we were washing houses, we would do a bid for washing the roof, washing the siding, washing the driveway. Now, when we give them the total bid, that's why I like to give a bid for everything, not just like they call for a driveway cleaning. Well, I see your roof's dirty. I see your side's dirty. Let me just give you a bid on everything. And that way you can, sometimes I would do that. But you give them a bid for everything and then they're like, oh, okay. They say they don't want to do something. You say, which one do you want to take off?
Uh-huh.
Which one of these services do you not want? You know, I know you wanted the driveway. Here's the price for the driveway. But while you're at it, you got your roof and your siding on your house. It also needs to be clean. Here's the price for that.
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes they would just, say, I don't want any of it. I don't know where I'm going with this story.
This all started from me saying
I'm already lost.
I was scared to tell somebody too big a number for fear of them. That's where this all
The
started.
best customers are the ones that look at that number and say, go ahead.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
I agree.
Because they know you're going to do a good job.
But it's
hopefully.
the fear of not having clients, you know. That's the thing. Because you get 4 or 5 people in a row that go, what? Hell no. And
worry
then you're like, dang, I'm too high.
Yeah.
No, I worried about price all the time when I was doing the cleaning service or the Christmas lights. But I learned something doing that. People love Christmas lights. They don't give a crap about their house being dirty. They don't give a crap about their house being dirty. They're not even going to pay $300 to get their house washed. It's a huge house, you know?
Yeah.
But you tell them the number to do Christmas lights, they're like, okay, go ahead. Because nobody wants to do that.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to get up on their house and put Christmas lights up.
I don't.
I don't either. I had to pay for it for the first time this year.
But I don't like having a crappy looking yard.
Yeah.
And I know people that pay the same price I charge for somebody who does a crappy job.
Yep.
And I know people who get good deals and complain when their yard looks amazing.
Yep.
And it's just, it's so hard.
And here's going back to posting on social media. People are like too busy now.
Uh-huh.
They're too busy. They're like, okay, I can't do this. It's just me, and I can't post on social media and get more clients. No, you can, but what you do is when you get more clients, now your services are more desired, or your product is more desired, or whatever you're doing is more desirable because you got more people wanting what you provide. So now what does that mean? Supply and demand.
Yeah.
So now the supply, you say you're the sole operator of whatever it is you do, and you used to have 100 people want your service. Now you got 3,000 people wanting your service. What do? You figure out how to hire more people, or you figure out how to make it work that your price is going up. Supply and demand. So I don't know. If you're not posting on social media, you're missing out.
And I don't post on social media.
Hello. Who's the asshole that didn't turn their phone off?
900 number.
Just kick the button.
Just turn it off. This is my phone. I don't know. I don't know why I went off on this social media tangent, because that's what we do here every day is social media. And it works.
It works, but it is every day. You have
It doesn't stop.
the days when you don't want to do it, and the days when like I've quit. I'm sorry. I know it's early on. He's reading your comments. I'm not reading them.
Yeah, Russell gets weirded out by the comments. Like there was a comment.
I don't read them. I don't even read I got 950,000 notifications on Facebook, and I haven't looked at them in months.
He's trying to Joe Rogan it by posting and ghosting.
I can't mentally. I can't. I don't want to see them. I don't want to see them.
That's what Joe Rogan does. He posts and ghosts. He
What
doesn't.
if we curated the comments for you?
No. Here's what you can do. Why would you curate the comments for me?
Because you don't like the negative comments.
But the bulk of them are positive.
Okay, that's the crazy thing is that 98% of our comments are positive. But that one negative comment throws Russell in a spiral.
Yeah, I can't do it. But here's the thing. If somebody asks a question that you feel like I should answer, one of y'all ask me, bro. It's simple as that.
I do.
I just don't. I don't read them.
Yeah, I stayed last night. Sandy was on the phone with one of her friends for I don't know how long. So I just sat on my phone and replied to all these speaker box questions about this speaker. And replying
But you know what drives me crazy about that?
is they don't read the comments.
They not reading the comments, bro. Somebody done asked that question
100 times. It's
Yeah.
the same comment every time.
They just want to be answered.
Yeah. Oh,
That sucker walked in too.
O'Reilly.
He brought your parts. Ow!
So O'Reilly just got here. They're dropping off our rotor to our truck. And so what that means is we can probably wrap this up. I can go install this rotor. You can finish the lovely task of
Not reading y'all's comments.
installing the vent windows.
So the vent windows won't happen today because I rust treated all those parts. So that needs to sit for 24 hours. So tomorrow I will sand all that down and apply some paint, let that paint dry. And once that paint's dry, then I can start reassembling all of the vent windows.
So we're going to go ahead and start on the flip kit.
Yeah, we can go ahead and get everything disassembled and the flip kit basically installed.
Bolts back in, right?
Uh-huh.
Everything bolts.
We got to
in.
cut a notch.
Did we get a C notch? A C notch?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
We got to put in a notch, and then we have to wait for those new parts we're putting on so we can paint them, because I'm changing the hangers, because we have, so the truck has drop hangers now and drops, shackles, and that's a 4-inch drop. But if we put the flip kit on with those, it's going to make it a 10-inch drop. So we need the
10-inch.
factory stuff.
10 inches. Let's put a 10-inch drop on there. I'm sure Kurt would like it. Carolina squat.
Well, here's what we can do. This is what we should have done. We should have pulled the hangers off old Mac and put the drop hangers on old Mac, and you would have had a 10-inch drop on the back of old Mac.
10 inches. I mean, what is it right now? 8?
8?
It's already getting.
2 more inches will fit.
Yeah, but it's already hitting. You'd have had to go up higher on the.
Oh, you don't want to?
We'd have to cut into the bed.
You don't want to?
We can, but I'd rather have all the useful space.
We can make a cover.
That would keep it a flat floor.
We could raise the floor. What do you care? What do you need a flat floor for?
To put plywood in there.
For why does the plywood need a flat floor?
Just because it makes it nice. I like the flat floor. Is that okay?
Oh, I'm throwing out.
We don't need a flat floor?
I don't know.
Flat floor.
You just wanted to do 10 inches on the white truck.
I just want to say flat floor.
Flat floor?
It's on flat floor.
What for?
I don't know. We just want a flat floor. I just want a flat floor. That's the
Okay.
only reason.
Flat floor.
Yeah. So we'll have to
Connect 4?
maybe.
God damn it. All right, let's wrap this shit up.
All right. We're getting delusional. We got to get back to work. And guys, I hope you enjoyed our podcast of us rambling on about nonsense and social media and business stuff and just whatever the hell else we can think of.
Being a fearful, non-confident, non-comment reading chicken shit. Right there.
Yep. Be confident. Post on social media. Just get your phone out and hit record. That's what Gary Vee
If I
says.
can do it, y'all can do it.
Yeah.
For real. It
real.
only took me a year to say that, so
You're doing a good job, Russell.
do what makes you happy.
Do what makes you happy.
Holla.